G'day, welcome to Jez Brew Reviews. Today I'm going to review this beer from New England Brewing Company. It's a Frederick India Brown Ale. Now this beer is brewed up there at Uralla by the New England Brewing Company, and Urella's not very far from Armidale. If you've ever been on New England Highway, you hit Uralla, then Armidale. Now this beer is 6.8% ABV. It's an India Brown Ale. Never really had an India Brown Ale, but I imagine it's a bit like an IPA, just with more malt. What else can I tell you with this beer? They're using specialty malts and specialty hops, and they use this hop cannon for helps deliver this flavour, they reckon. Now I tried this at in town at in my hometown at Heart and Soul Whole Food Cafe. They just opened a tappers bar just this week actually, and they opened last night for the first time. Went there. The food was delicious. And they had these kind of beers. Like, you cannot get these beers around my area unless you travel to Uralla, which is about 220 kilometres away. But I had the dark ale last night and I really enjoyed it. Someone asked me for a score. I said about an A-. It was about fair, but it was a very nice beer. And I was driving, so I only had to share half a decent bottle with my old man because it was his birthday, and it was very delicious. So let's review this. Let's try it. Now I poured it out already, so I've actually gone halves with my old man again on this. So being 6.8%, she's pretty strong. You got it's an off-white head, and you can see that head there still hanging around. Now the colour is pretty very brown, pretty dark, a bit darker than say Newcastle Brown Ale. This beer is ball conditioned, so they usually use to carbonate the beer, and as I find with ball conditioned beers, like this home brew behind me, normally carbonation is pretty crazy. But anyway, so it looks pretty good. The aroma, you know what? Kind of that first whiff there reminds me of something like a Sierra Nevada, kind of like a sweet citrus. Kind of a sweet malt. Of course, it's going to be a sweet malt. You can see it in the glass, but it's got a real a sweet citrus aroma there. Maybe a little bit of pine, but it smells pretty good. So I'm really keen to try this. So a big cheers to you all out there. Let's dive straight into it. Straight off the bat, a lot of hops, like a rich IPA. Kind of reminded me of something like a torpedo. It's a real full body kind of beer, a lot of body to the beer. You get a real lot of hops straight up. You get bitterness. I don't know what the IBUs are, but I imagine the IBUs are at least they've got to be at least 50, 60, maybe 60, around 50, 60 mark easily. Okay, get through that hop, you get those sweet rich malts, a little bit of toasted malt, and that toasted malt's kind of bearing out with those real bitter hops, and it's lingering on the tongue. Yeah, that hop is definitely lingering. Definitely, if you're in a hop head, you'd really like this. It's the malt, the hop is dominating the malt, as you'd probably expect. Plenty of bitterness. That malt is just lingering on the tongue, but it has got a nice sweetness. It is kind of torpedo. See how a torpedo kind of body. It's kind of sticky. Alcohol, maybe a little bit, but not a real lot actually. It's just there's a smidgen there. Maybe as it warms up a little bit more, the alcohol will be a bit more present. It's very rich. Some tropical flavours there as well. It's they've done a good job, and you know what? Just because of craft doesn't mean it's good. I've been to I went to a local brewery. I won't say any names, but I tried it and I was very disappointed. I remember thinking, oh, that beer sounds so good, but it was wasn't very nice, and I suppose that's why they aren't really well known. But I tell you what, these New England boys, that dark ale, it's like a 2 years old, gone up a notch or two. That's what it's like. It's like, if you like 2 years old, you'd love that dark ale. That's what I recommend for the Carlton Black or the 2 years old drinkers. Even people who like the Schwartz beers, the Germans, the dark lagers, that New England dark ale is very nice. They do a brown ale as well, but they only had the dark ale, the pale, the farmhouse. Actually, they have a farmhouse beer, so farmhouse is supposed to be a bit saisonish, isn't it? As opposed to wild yeast fermentation. So I have to try that one day for sure if I get hold of some bottles. But you know what, this is really enjoyable. It's I've never had an India brown ale. It's but you know what, it's pretty much what I expected. It's hoppy, it's malty, it's really bold. It's heaps, very full flavoured, flavoursome overload. But it is a good little sipper here on a cold July night. July down here being winter, so July in the northern hemisphere is very hot. So yes, a very good beer for that. So if you're travelling through on the New England Highway, I would strongly advise you to pull into your rubber and go and check this brewery out. Or I know that there's a few pubs. If you go on their Facebook, they've got a list of pubs, or their website as well, I'm pretty sure. They've got a Facebook page, New England Brewing Company. Yeah, I'm very stoked by this. I was hoping, you kind of hope it's going to be decent, and when they are really good, it makes it worthwhile. So, the Frederick India Brown Ale, I'll give this bad boy, we'll give this an A. That's how outstanding it is. It's A, it's really enjoyable, and I'm going to go back and sit and sip on this and enjoy it on a Friday night. So thanks for watching this episode of Jez Brew Reviews. You all take care. Until next time, I'll catch you all later.